Energy is a key element in the global transition towards a sustainable planet. In energy production, we are seeing a transfer towards less polluting technologies. But the lack of appropriate energy storage technologies still stands in the way of the adoption of the renewable energy systems. Team Catalyst Supreme will tell you about their catalyst solution. So next on stage, Sami Tuomi.
Hello everyone, I'm Sami Tuomi from the team Catalyst Supreme, and I'm here to tell you how we are going to revolutionize the electricity production market. So one of the big challenges nowadays is the global warming and greenhouse emissions. And to tackle this problem, we are trying to produce as much electricity as possible from renewable sources. Actually, even India and China, they have both stopped producing, making more coal power plants, not only to use renewables, but because it's cheaper to use renewables than use the coal power. Well, renewable energy, it's intermittent, so there's peaks and downsides, and we somehow have to solve this problem, what we're going to do during the peaks. And well, one option is that you could store the energy in batteries. But this is actually a really bad solution, because if you want to store a huge amount of energies that we are really talking about when we talk about electricity industry, you would need huge amount of these batteries to store the electricity, and that's not economically feasible. But instead, we do have a solution for this problem. So we have developed a catalyst material that we can use to turn electricity into chemical energy. So we store the excess electricity, turn it to hydrogen, and that is something that we can store. Well, we are not the first one in this market, so this is actually already existing technology, but the current technologies uses platinum-based materials that are critical raw materials. There are not much of them on Earth, and they're really, really expensive. And the price is one of the things that is limiting the technology. So what is special on our solution? That is based on two very common elements. So we use iron, that's the core of our catalyst, and then we have carbon, is the other critical material that is coated with. The second thing is our manufacturing process. So there's a bit similar catalyst that other groups have developed, but our manufacturing process is one-step process. And this is really critical when you think about scaling up the process. So this makes it industrially feasible product. So at this point, you might ask, now we have a hydrogen, so how that's going to change the world? We can use hydrogen, we can turn it back to electricity with the opposite process. We can use hydrogen in industry. Actually, there's a huge amount of hydrogen used in chemical industry. Neste Oil just invested 100 million euros to a hydrogen production unit. And then there's transportation. We have hydrogen buses, cars. They are coming all the time. They're actually growing now in Germany, USA, Japan, and slowly, hopefully, coming also to Finland. And the special thing with hydrogen, storing it, if you need to store more or big amount of hydrogen, you just build a bigger tank where you put it. It's so simple. So what is the impact? Like, why this is meaningful? So really, 29% of the greenhouse emissions in USA came from the electricity production. And from that, 75% came from coal power. And if we can replace coal power as evening this intermittent energy production, we can reduce greenhouse gases total 22%. And that works global wide. And we can use also this, I just said, we are using hydrogen also in the transportation and industry. So we have a great team with a strong backbone in science, in universities, but we have also expertise from industry, we have entrepreneurs, we have connection to the Finnish Chemical Industry Association. So we still need some collaboration, and if you know how you can help us to make this reality and how to make pilot projects, demo projects, please contact us. Thank you.
Thank you, Catalyst Supreme and Sami. You can vote for this team by sending the number 3 to the number that we have mentioned before. And again, Victoria, would you like to comment on this team's pitch?
Absolutely. Well, once again, this is absolutely a brilliant solution. Team Catalyst has correctly diagnosed the biggest problem that is facing renewable energy today, and that is that solar energy and wind energy are intermittent. And so the lack of reliability and constant energy is a great impediment to utility companies wanting to really embrace this type of renewable energy. So they have created something that will make it predictable and easy to tie to grids. It's also cost-effective and efficient, so that is also going to increase the speed of adoption with utilities and developers around the world. And they've also used abundant catalysts such as iron and carbon instead of using rare and expensive precious resources such as platinum. So they're also saving precious resources in the world. This is really a practical and market-ready solution, and I salute you.